All right, kia ora everybody back home in New Zealand and beyond. Welcome to New Zealand Handball Corridor, and I'm here with James Cochrane for a little bit of a captain summary after our last game against India. Jimmy, do you want to start us off with talking about the result?
Yeah, look, a historical day for New Zealand Handball Federation. We achieved our first win here at the Asian Champs after the past probably 18, 19, 20 games over the 6 years that we've been trying to get. So we managed to tip up India today in what at times was a pretty tense match, very tight. But I think we ended up winning by 3 or 4 in the end.
It'd be 5 31-36, I believe.
31-36, there you go. So, yeah, really exciting result for the boys.
Yeah, so I guess monkey off the back. I mean, how do you think the team's feeling after that?
Yeah, the team's doing great. There's a lot of excitement on the court at the very end, and then a lot of emotion in the sheds as well after, which was cool. And I dare say we'll be celebrating a little bit tonight. People are starting to pack up to get ready to come home. Some people leave pretty early in the morning, and a couple are here for a few more days or a couple more days yet. So tonight we'll go out and celebrate what's been a big achievement for us here at the Asian Champs.
Certainly was. If we look back at the game, what would you say one of the key things were to us getting that win?
I think it's something that we've probably been focusing on the whole tournament, and that's just playing without fear, limiting our technical errors, and playing our brand or style of handball, because we're not necessarily an orthodox team. We haven't grown up with a very European style or a particularly an Asian style or anything like that. So I think it takes a wee bit for us to probably just be in comfort with the way that we play is unique. But I think again it was the playing with confidence, having belief in each other, and not being afraid of what we could or couldn't do. And that's probably what got us over the line as a general rule.
Yeah, I certainly think from my perspective, you know, in the second half, those people that were following along, we let them back into it a little bit. But I think the real key after such a long tournament is still having the resilience at the end there to not letting them take the lead or get quite close enough, and then being able to push forward and get that win.
Yeah, it was a real game of momentums, and I think India play to that as well. When they're on the front foot, they're very strong. So we talked about that at halftime, that if the momentum does swing, A, we've got to try and stop it from happening in the first place, but B, when it does, to stamp on it pretty quick so we can take back control of the game, and the boys kept their heads well enough to do that, which was great. Yeah.
And I guess probably the last captain summary, considering that the Asian Champs has come to a close for us. Anything you'd like to kind of say to everyone back home? I know the YouTube was flooded with comments today, and we had the boys are getting a lot of messages from back home with the game being at a nice time and lots of people following along. So maybe you want to end with kind of a final message for everyone that's been watching us along.
Yeah, well, I want to make a couple of special shout outs too. Paul Island got named man of the match today, which was awesome. That first time in this tournament that we've had a Kiwi be able to achieve that, and on the winning side of things was the icing on the cake. So well done, Paul. You've had an amazing tournament. All tournament, you've carried the weight of the team at times, and for a young player, you've got a big future, mate, if it's what you want to do. So congratulations to you. And to all of the team as well. It's been a heck of a journey, and the teams that have come before to get to this point. While it's only one win, it feels quite like the mountain we've climbed has been a big one, and I think a lot of it is credit to the training partners, the former teams, the former coaches, the groups, the management, all the supporters that have stuck with us. We really appreciate it. And so I think the future of New Zealand handball looks like a really bright one for those continuing on. So congratulations, guys. I'm very proud to be a Kiwi and very proud to represent New Zealand handball with this group of guys. So well done to all of you involved, and we certainly really appreciate it as a team for sure. But to the biggest thanks is obviously as well in the group, our coach Roland, his debut at this tournament. Thank you so much for everything you do, mate. I know we gave you heart attacks at times today and a bit of stress in other games, so we're very grateful for all the energy you've put in and the sacrifice you've made while you've been with us. So we really appreciate that, and hopefully that continues into the future for the boys. To Jun, our main man, who is just my memories of every campaign and whatnot we've been on, Kemi will always be there because of the amazing photos and footage that John does, and he's been able to provide the last 4 games, I think, of the footage where it wasn't being televised internationally. So thank you, John, for that. I don't think words will ever be able to express, so we really appreciate all your hard work and commitment and sacrifices you make for the team, New Zealand Handball. And then to Fareed, our physio this campaign, who's a Saudi man based over here, who did a great job, kept our bodies together just. Timing of the end of tournament was probably pretty good timing, some sore bodies out there, some sore boys. And then obviously to Dave, our manager, who has had to deal with so much for us, organising flights, accommodation, campaign, throughout the campaign, through dealing with the money coming in for costs of tournaments and camps, etc., etc. So it doesn't go unnoticed. And of course, Sue Ireland as well, who is the most loyal supporter and a fabulous mother to her 3 boys and obviously daughter as well, but the ones that are here. So thank you so much. We really appreciate all that you do. And finally, a massive thank you to all the supporters here in both Bahrain and back home in New Zealand. We really appreciate everything. For the families of the boys and the friends, thank you for all the sacrifices that you have made to allow us boys to live our dreams. We really do appreciate it. Like I say, if you can stick with the team, you know, these guys have a lot of big things to achieve in the future. Yeah. So
not us old boys.
Not us old boys, but hey, it's been a real pleasure and a journey, and like I say, I'm very proud of what we've done here over the last wee while, but particularly here in Bahrain. And again, thank you for all your support and dedication. Cheers, guys.